It's the first video back since our show wins, end of our 2022 competitive season. I think I wanted to take a little bit of a break from the videos. It's almost like that was that series, and then now the next chapter begins. A little bit of time to sort of gather our thoughts and want it to be normal, whatever the hell that means. Enjoy things without feeling the need to record it and sort of like present it to people and whatever. And part of the reason why I never wanted to do YouTube in the first place was because I thought, who even gives a shit? But actually, do you know what? Having finished competitive season and the fact that I've got it on record is amazing, and I'm so glad I've done it. So thanks to people who are watching. Even if you don't watch, it's good for me. I feel like in 10 years time, I'm gonna be able to look back and go, fuck yeah, you know? And take in what was an absolutely, dare I say, even perfect season. Nothing really went wrong. I mean, other than the usual day-to-day stuff, like stuff still annoys us, stuff still doesn't go right, and you're annoyed, you're in good mood, bad mood, tired, whatever. But as far as seasons go, it couldn't have gone much better. I think these things show just that. And I don't know if we're ever going to have a season that's going to be even ever as much fun or as perfect as this one, but we're going to try. With the competing out of the way now, we've got other things to look forward to. And one of the cool things that's come from the back of these shows is we actually received a phone call the other day from the Bolton News, who wanted to share our story, which is great. And then off the back of that, the Manchester Evening Standard shared it. And then off the back of that, Wales. And then off the back of that, something else, blah, blah, blah. And it even ended up stateside in New York, which is a bit weird, but also really cool. Top it all off, we've now been asked to go on to This Morning, which is an ITV show, very, very popular, very, very well known. So we're actually going to be on live national television, which is a little bit daunting, but also very, very exciting. So me and Amy are going to be gracing the television screens of the nation.
Oh, it'll have it on the second part.
So that is £200. Thank fuck we didn't have to pay for that. Excuse my language.
No, because you can't do it on telly.
Yeah. So we've been sent for. Travel's been covered, and we're on our way to London. We're going to be staying in
The Hilton.
in Kensington, very, very posh. So no swearing again. But yeah, tomorrow morning we're going to be on live national television with This Morning to share our story about being Mr. and
Miss Universe.
So, we'll see what's what. Our story was shared, we were contacted by National News, shared in the Bolton News, it was shared Manchester, Wales, it was even shared, get this, by the New York Post. You didn't mishear me, that's the New York Post, as in New York.
What did they refer to us as in the New York Post?
Sexy bodybuilding couple. Sexy, isn't it?
Well sexy.
Show me how sexy you can be. For some reason, New York decided to share it. Fantastic. Now we're going on to This Morning. Put some fake tan on again. But here's the kicker. For the last 2 weeks now, we've been eating what we want. Don't get me wrong, we've not been going completely crazy, but for sure, you know, I think I've racked up maybe 4 or 5 pizzas, a good 10 donuts, relaxed food. And now we're going on to national television, live national television, and we've been asked to put on our stage wear. It's a bit, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I don't think they quite understand how skimpy it is. Now, obviously it's a sport, so, you know, asking us to dress modest or something like that is, if we were swimmers, we'd have a costume. But I don't think they realise that he's literally wearing a man thong and that I'm gonna have my cleavage like, hello. Whether we're going to be wearing something over the top or what, I don't know, but a lot of people have said to us, like, be prepared for them to ask you to do something a bit daft, so we're probably going to be like up posing, so awkward.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. It's a good life experience, and we don't really know what to expect. We're just going to go and have a bit of fun with it, and yeah, that's it.
We are in the taxi and we are headed to the Hilton. We had our train tickets paid for, they were like 200 quid. This hotel I think is about the same. And they booked us breakfast too. Over scran though, because we are on telly. We've got a full makeup team and everything, but we've got to do our own tan. pray for us. They're not looking bad, but obviously where we've just been stage lean, we've got very, very high expectations of how we look in our physiques, and we'll just take it as it is and enjoy ourselves, and no one can take that title off us. So even if people are sat there in the houses judging us, thinking, oh, she looks a bit fat in that bikini, well, are you Miss Universe? No, Sandra, you're not.
Stop, Sandra, and stop, Amy. You're overthinking it.
Yeah, no.
You're overthinking it. We are...
No, I'm just giving my thoughts to the camera, that's all. Just being honest.
Yeah. To be fair, it is a worry, of course it is, but we're going to enjoy it, aren't we?
Yeah, he's so chill, and then when he wakes up in the morning and he's got a puffy belly, it'll be a different story there.
No, because I'm not going to have a McDonald's tonight. I have one every other night, just not tonight.
Didn't you say you're going to order food tonight?
Yeah, pizza instead.
Thing is, your body can handle it and it'll just look better. If I have a pizza, I will just look pregnant. They'll be like, how's that pregnant woman won Miss Universe then?
No, I look full, but I look... Also, my belly looks full, so got to be careful.
There's a bush in the door.
What did you just do? Someone was trying to make it in the lift, and what did you do?
I hid behind the door so they couldn't get in at the same time.
Rude.
We didn't make eye contact.
Rude bitch. Thank you. 3-0.
We're on the wrong one.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. Are you going up?
Yeah, 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. I'm going down.
You gotta put your card. Oh my god. Yeah then.
Your boy can't even work a lift.
Why is this so hard then? There we go.
One stripy carpet. Are you quite small?
My face a little bit. So we just got to the hotel. Amy wants some food, but I'm pretty tired, so that's me. Yeah, so should we just have a nap instead?
He slept on the train ride down here like the whole time.
No, I didn't, but I did sleep twice.
Yeah, and it was 2 hours and you were asleep for at least half.
Correct. Should we have one more nap though?
No, let's go eat.
Okay. So Amy went for the
Sea bass?
sea bass with veg. Very nice. And I went for something similar. No, I didn't. Burger and chips. Let's be nice and full tomorrow, eh? So that is dinner done. Let's have a look at the damage done. The problem is the turtle shell belly, the barrel belly. Pumped everywhere else, but fat belly.
Not much definition.
Well, the size difference of our waists. Yeah.
Where are we off to?
ITV Studios,
What time is it?
9 AM,
What time are we on?
10:30.
Not a clue. We're gonna go get our
And tans, by the way.
hair and makeup done. Yours is really dark. You look like a film star or something. I just look
No, I don't. I look
rough with fake teeth.
I look like Napoleon Dynamite with these ones. So.
I mean, that too. Are you going on telly with your glasses on?
No.
I hope they're doing my hair and makeup nice because I feel so rough right now.
No, you look good. You look good. Breakfast done. We didn't go too mad. Kept the lid on it. Just kept the volume of liquid down as well, because that is a real problem. I think it's something that no one really addresses. But if you drink too much, you just got such a bloat. I didn't even just finish my coffee. That's it. So yeah, I'm gonna hold off, see what's what. We'll get to the studio in maybe like 20 minutes, and then get briefed. I try and film as much as I can in there. Obviously, could be risky.
If we're allowed.
If we're allowed, yeah. Dermot O'Leary both from X Factor and stuff like that. And Alison Hammond, she's been presenting now for like ages, but she was famous for being a Big Brother originally. My ideal is to get Dermot O'Leary to pose with me. Get him into, I've got a spare pair of pants that he can get into. It's very unlikely, but that would be my ideal.
You're like he's going to put your dirty underwear on him.
Oh, they're clean-ish.
I have a delt pump right now. It's really hurting, so I'm going to have to put the camera down.
Yeah. Thank you.
One very powerful couple to another. Our next guests are a bodybuilding duo and have just been crowned the first ever couple to win Mr. and Miss Universe.
Congratulations, by the way. That's wonderful.
Yeah, congratulations.
Before we meet the match, go from strength to strength, let's take a look at the pair in action.
Congratulations,
that was great.
Ryan and Amy join us now. How lovely is that to see that?
So good.
Brilliant.
I ended up vlogging all of the preparation for the shows, so it's all like on my YouTube and stuff. So it's like there was times where I didn't know if I wanted to record or not, but now I'm so glad I did.
You're so glad you did. I
So
mean, you
glad.
looked in tip-top condition. I mean, you look amazing right now. But let's start from the very beginning, because, Ryan, how did you even get involved in bodybuilding? What was it, or who inspired you to get involved?
It takes me right back to when I was a kid, Terminator 2. I watched Arnold
Really?
Schwarzenegger. Yeah, it was like, I think maybe like 5 or 6 years old. And from that point onwards, I was just obsessed with muscles. And I knew that I wanted to do it, but I was a little bit too immature until probably about my mid-20s. I was always training and I was always going to the gym, but I wasn't quite ready for the lifestyle yet. And then when I was 27, the penny finally dropped and I started competing, so that was 2015. I'm 34 now. 17 shows later.
Wow.
9 show wins later, and now I'm finally Mr. Universe.
Hey, that's wonderful.
Well done,
Do you
congratulations.
think there's an optimum age for people when they should compete? Like, do you think, like, because obviously it took you a while to mature physically, you know, and emotionally, I suppose, like, to commit to it?
Good question. I think if you can mature quicker,
Yeah.
good for you.
Yeah.
You're probably going to have more time, like, at the top. I would say that for a lot of men, when they're trying to, like, sort of grow a lot of muscle, it's going to take a lot of time. In the bikini category, the emphasis isn't so much on how much muscle you have, more on an aesthetic appeal.
Yeah.
Whereas with the bodybuilder men, it's like, how big can you get?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
Amy, it's, what can I do with the muscle? So, how did you get into it?
Well, so for me, it's only been 2 years, so who's the better
Oh,
bodybuilder in the house?
well done.
I'm
2
joking.
years? You've
Yeah,
reached
yeah.
this... Oh, you
well,
look amazing.
competitively for 2 years, but for me, it all started around about 6 years ago. So I remember the day I handed in my master's degree and I popped a pair of jeans on and I thought, oh my goodness, something has happened to my washing machine. They don't fit because I've been spending so much time in the library in leggings and I'd just been snacking and I'd let go of myself really and I just wasn't really in a happy place. So I started going to the gym, just in and out, but I wasn't really eating properly. About 4 years ago, I decided to really take it seriously. And I love weightlifting. I find it so explosive. I'm a really competitive person, so I feel like I can challenge myself every single session. It's great. And then, yeah, 2 years ago, I decided to do my first competition. And here I am now.
So hang on a minute. What the real story here is how did you two meet? Because someone slid into someone else's DMs. Here we go.
Who slid into whose DMs?
It was her.
Well, I saw him and I thought, oh my goodness. I was really impressed with his physique and obviously I was really attracted to him. So I clicked the follow and then what did you do?
No, you like to view my photos too.
He remembers.
So when I saw
You liked.
when I saw the likes, I think I was frying up some eggs, and I thought, oh, you know, why not? Sent her a message, and actually it turns out she was like, I'm from Southampton. She was like near Manchester, and I thought, I don't know. But it turns out we really got on, and it
Because
wasn't-
obviously you bond over the bodybuilding, but you bonded elsewhere as well.
Yeah.
It was like music taste. We both have like strange music taste. That we like heavy music. So it was music. It was food. It was other things. Nature. It was other things. The bodybuilding was just the cherry on the top. You know?
Yeah, that's
So
nice.
lovely. And how's it been? How's your relationship been? Because I know you've moved in together now. You've got your own house, and you did that without even moving in with each other. So how did it go?
Oh, it actually went really, really well. And then the week after, it was his birthday, I bought him a kitten called Arnie, who's quite cliche. And he is the big, tough man that he looks like. But actually, what did you do when I bought you Arnie?
I might have cried a little bit. A tiny bit.
Yeah, it's all right.
It was like from my old cat, and anyway, I'm just making excuses now.
But yeah, I think we get on like a house on fire, and sharing this hobby, you know, at times it can be really difficult. There's a lot of pressure on us, and sharing that and supporting each other, I think, has definitely brought our relationship closer.
No doubt.
And this is not cheap, is it? Because you've got 3 gym memberships each.
Yep.
The food is you have to eat all the time in order to keep that food up.
What's how many calories do you both need a day?
Well, at my highest, I go to maybe like 8,000.
Is that when you're training, or is that when you're not training?
So there's phases with bodybuilding. There's bulking and cutting.
Yeah.
Preparation for a show and off-season. In off-season, you eat more. In preparation for a show, you eat less. In the off-season, I go to maybe 8,000.
So is that what you're eating now, roughly?
Right now, I'm actually a little bit less, because, do you know what, after the show, we indulged, which was...
You killed it.
Yeah, and something had to give a little bit, so I've dropped it down a bit. But, so yeah, roughly 6,000 to 8,000 off-season, and then roughly 3,000 or so for...
You just must spend all your time... I mean, I imagine there's a lot of chicken and a lot of broccoli eaten in your house.
Yeah.
Eggs, chicken, broccoli, beef, oats, rice. Yeah, do you know what? It's really boring. Even as I'm saying it, I'm like,
oh God, I haven't got to eat that again.
The thing is, you've got
I love
each other
it.
to do it. The thing is, you
love
both
it.
love doing it.
Love it.
You never, if you fall off the wagon, Amy's there to pick you back up.
There's just no way. There is no way. And the same vice versa. There's just no way.
Yeah.
And as I say, it sounds boring, but we actually love it. And maybe that says something about us.
We really do. I think I take a lot of pleasure from having like peanut butter on a rice cake. and I know it sounds silly, but the relationship with food that I now have is so much healthier.
It's healthy, yeah.
Instead of, you know, really looking forward to, that piece of cake and, I really want that biscuit, thinking, I actually really want my chicken.
You
rice.
must love
I
the
really want
discipline of it. That's the thing.
The
isn't it?
discipline is one of the
No
best
doubt.
things.
Yeah, it's...
I love the fact your date nights are pretty much going to Asda and buying broccoli.
We really have a thing for just broccoli with salt on it. We will
Amy, don't tell them
snap.
this. Don't tell them.
We will
Right, it's a
snap
king of
in our
vegetables.
kitchen.
I love broccoli and salt. It really works.
Broccoli and salt. And
Lush.
we sit there with a big bowl of it and we're just eating it with forks, just like that. It's
Yeah.
a bit strange, but...
So what's your next meal today?
Well, because we're going into our off-season, we have a little bit of flexibility. So we actually, funnily enough, don't really feel in shape right now. We would normally go to something like a chicken wrap or chicken and rice or beef and rice, but today, who knows?
Crazy cats. Guys, best of luck with all the...
Just come off, and then we're offered this immediately. And I'm not mad about it. I can't say I'm mad. Recording done and dusted. Now, home time. And some more food. Yeah. So that's it. What do you reckon?
It was so much fun. I feel so much more glamorous now as well. We went on telly.
It's like it came and went before I even knew it. It was so much fun, and they were so friendly, so nice. There was so much more we wanted to say, but like it's like a whirlwind. It's like you before you know it, it's done. You know?
We're so busy as well. Like on the phone, they were asking us loads of questions, like calorie questions, even like funny questions, like what's the best thing, what's the worst thing about bodybuilding, and then like I can't even remember a question that they asked us, to be honest.
The proper whirlwind. It was so much fun, right?
Yeah, really good, really, really good. And I hope we've done the world of bodybuilding proud.
Yeah, and it's annoying. Didn't get to shout out our coaches, didn't get to shout out. There was a couple of friends of mine were saying, get funny words in, and you're like, yeah, I'll do that. And it's like, before you know it, you're literally off.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, food time, home time.
Oh, what an experience.
Loved it. Before you take the piss out of me with these glasses, I actually need them.
I think you look really fit in them.
I don't know if everyone's going to like them, and I don't even know if I like them, but to drive, I need them. Anyway, you look beautiful. I look like a nerd. We are now going to go enjoy Wagamama is what we're going to have. Amy's never actually been before, so we're going to enjoy our evening. We've had a great day. Almost all positive. Some on Twitter not so positive.
Yeah,
and you've had fun with it.
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun with it. It's actually been a really positive experience for me because I've never been in the eye of the media and subject to negative comments. But I was actually really disappointed because they weren't that negative. They were all the same as well.
Small dick, stupid. Why does anyone find that attractive? Can I just be the first one to say, or maybe not the first one, but we're not doing this to be attractive. We're not body. If you want to be the most attractive person in the world, My advice is don't be a bodybuilder,
You
because
know
that's
what
not
that
the fucking
says?
goal.
You
That's
know
not the goal.
Sorry to interrupt. You
Alright.
know what that says? It says a little bit of them does think it's actually attractive. Because it's obviously in their head, isn't it? The attractiveness. That for them to go, well, I'm not attracted to it. We never said it were. We never stated that it was. And it's not. Bodybuilding isn't.
Well, I guess the thing when it's to do with physiques and it's to do with, like, you know, making yourself more sculpted. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's
just
why
not
they're
attractive.
sexualizing it though.
It's really not attractive. Like,
I
there's
think
no.
it is.
Well, I just don't get it. I'm not pulling a lat spread to be attractive. Oh my god! Since at what point is a girl gone? Whoa, have you seen his side chest? Whoa, whoa.
I mean,
Well, you
should
might.
have seen me in the audience for the universe, to be fair.
It's
I
just
was like, blah, 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 blah.
right. It's just not though, is it? But
I actually really take pleasure in comments that are about me being an airhead, saying that I look thick, about my accent, I look like I should be on Love Island. Thank you very much. Like, that's a compliment. If my image doesn't match what I do, good. I love breaking stereotypes. I think it's fantastic. I've had it in person before as well, like on nights out, especially when I got my boobs done. But one lad in particular was like, oh, what do you do for a job, eh? Dancer, stripper? And I was like, oh. And I was like, no, I'm actually a teacher. He went, oh, well, you must teach PE then. And I was like, really? I was like, okay, you think that. Are you going to buy me a drink or not? Because
it's true. And why is it seen as a negative as well? Like, to be, oh, you care about what you look like. Ugh. Why is that so negative? And what's that thing that you said? I think this is so gold. You said.
so people all the time preach that you should love yourself. If you're a curvy girl, it's okay, learn to love yourself. Have you got birthmarks, stretch marks? Are you a little bit on the chubby side? Are you really slender? Have you got no boobs? Are you this, are you that? You know what? Love yourself. Just learn to love yourself. Empower yourself from the inside. But don't love yourself too much. In fact, if you actually like yourself, you're a vain twat.
And I'm gonna go onto Twitter and I'm gonna call you a.
I'm gonna call you a narcissistic,
How dare you?
self-obsessed.
I know. So love yourself, but also if you do love yourself, I'm gonna mock you, and I'm gonna have fun doing it, and I'm gonna tweet you, and I'm like, yeah, what the fuck is that?
Just don't waste your life doing that.
Is that your final thought? Jerry Springer's final thought?
Can I just say it?
No. Food time.
Let's go do Bagamama.